Hi, it's Amy.
And it's Tim from GoWithLess. We have just completed week one at our house sit here in Europe. We are here for 7 weeks and we have been traveling, or actually we started our travels a week ago today, and it has been a crazy journey. So today we're going to share with you the details of that journey.
Yeah, we hope that you will stay tuned. We hope that you will give us a thumbs up. We hope that you will subscribe over here if you don't, because we come out with a new video every single Wednesday. We're going to do our very best to keep to it while we are here in Europe, but sometimes internet speed isn't so cooperative. So we're hoping for the best and praying that this one goes up on time. With that, let's get started. As Tim mentioned, we're in Europe for 7 weeks. Over 5 of those are here in this phenomenal house sit in a town called Grenoble, France. It's not pronounced that way. It's Grenoble. I don't know.
Crolles.
Yes, every single word we ever say in another language is mispronounced. So just putting that out there forever. But it's a little town outside of Grenoble in the French Alps. It is dusk, and so the mosquitoes are going to come out and eat us alive. So hopefully we can make this really quick and get out unscathed. But we're going to be sharing our journey from Denver to here was very challenging. We like to use points and miles, of course, because we get kind of free tickets to Europe, but it doesn't come without a price.
No, please don't let this be discouraging. If you are looking to use points and miles, this was a very difficult trip. So unfortunately in Denver, this time of year in June, thunderstorms happen on a regular basis. So our journey started, we had an American Airlines trip, which was from Denver to Lyon, France. And so American, whenever we book miles out of Denver, since it's not a hub, they do these crazy routings. And so we had to go through DFW and then subsequently to Madrid and then subsequently to Lyon. So not too crazy, but still a little crazy to get to France through Dallas from Denver. Unfortunately, because of the weather, our Madrid flight was missed. We missed the connection and they had to reroute us. They rerouted us through Dublin, and that was just by luck that we happened to get on the Dublin flight. It was quite a bit later in the evening, and then Dublin subsequently went to London, and then from London ultimately to Lyon. So it was a ridiculous sort of situation.
Yeah, our first leg was late. So our Denver was delayed because of the thunderstorms, and our 3 flights became 4 flights. All 4 flights had delays. It was nuts. Now here we had been debating when we walked into the airport. Do we just check our luggage and maybe make this a little bit like easier on ourselves? Thank goodness we decided just to keep it with us, because actually we saw like the skies were darkening. That was a really good call, because I don't know that we'd have our luggage a week later had we not brought our luggage with us. But we were really like we were running to the airplane. So we were able to get the last 2 seats on a flight from, as Tim mentioned, so we went from Denver to Dallas late, like 2.5 hours late. Then we got from Dallas to Dublin. We got the last 2 seats in the plane because another couple missed the connection. I got the middle center seat in the absolute back. I don't sleep on planes. It was a really cramped small space. This was completely like awful.
And Amy let me have the one aisle seat that was available.
Yeah.
So thank you. Thank you.
Tim owes me for that one.
Yeah.
So we get our butts over to Dublin. The connection that they gave us was so short to Heathrow and also it was delayed. So our our hour and 10-minute connection was nowhere near enough, because we had to leave security and come back all the way through security. They're like, no way, lady, and you guys, you are not coming through. So British Airways, so American Airlines took care of our first and second leg to Dallas and to Dublin, and then we got on British Airways from Dublin to Heathrow and from Heathrow to Lyon. Now, they didn't have to put us up at a hotel, but they really took pity on us. I think we were really kind of pathetic. We're like, we haven't slept in a really, really long time. We've just been separated. We just come on the middle seat. Like, this has been unbearable, and we've been kind of left here. So British Airways put us up.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much, British Airways, for taking care of us on this leg of our journey. So they put us up in a hotel for the night in London. So that was
near the airport. Not like having a great time in London.
No, but we still had to get out to this place, and we had to figure out. And actually, the bus didn't have a shuttle. We had to go on a public bus to get out to this hotel where they put us up. Which again, it was great that they put us up. And there was some food there when we got there, and food there in the morning.
Yeah, it worked out okay.
So it was okay, but it was ultimately our flight that was going to take us roughly 20-something hours to get here to Lyon, ultimately to Grenoble, took us over 48 hours. Get from Denver all the way to our house sit here in Kroll, Crolles.
And we were awake for 30 hours straight, which was pretty brutal.
It was, yeah, it was brutal to
Yeah.
say the least. And so, but it was free with points and miles. Actually, we had to pay taxes, so it wasn't free, but it was free in the context of it didn't cost us any cash other than the taxes that were associated with the ticket that we purchased.
This is an example of you kind of get what you pay for, and we get that. And here's the thing: is now it's like a week later and things are great. But I do want to share that so this is like the longest like story of our ridiculous flight. But I want to share like we had the best situation come. So please don't tune out because it ends amazing. I should have said that at the beginning. So anyway, we're going to speed this up. We got from we got up in the morning. We flew out of Heathrow. More delays. We get our butts to Lyon. We take the train to Grenoble. When we get to Grenoble, it's late enough that there is one more bus for the night.
Only one more bus,
and it is in like 90 minutes. Now I'm reading the bus map, or like the schedule on the bus depot, on like the little, I don't know, like the bus shelter, I guess you'd say. And 4 people come up with their luggage, looking like they're tourists themselves. And I asked them, like, do you speak French? And
do you speak English?
Actually, I asked, no, that's true. I said, I don't speak French. Do you speak English? In French. And one of the gentlemen did speak a little bit of French. And
English. He spoke a little bit of English.
I'm not even drinking. I can't speak for him. But here's the amazing part of humanity. So we were like, oh, our next bus is in 90 minutes. Like, we are exhausted. We've been traveling, for 48 hours. We did have a couple hours of sleep when we were in London, but it was a really long, like, ton of a tough journey. We just wanted to get to our destination. And we also had a house sit. Thankfully, it's a cat. So there was some, like, flexibility with that.
Cat at
yeah.
that.
But if it was a dog, that would have been a whole other story.
And here's the thing also, Amy's talking about, we did not have this conversation with the 4 folks that were there because we had the language barrier. We had a conversation that just suggested it's going to take us a while to get to our location in Kroll. They offered to take us, just hop on the bus with us. We're going to go to a place. You're sort of on our way. We'll just take you to your sit in Kroll.
So my parents are going to be watching this, and they're going to be like, Amy, are you insane that you're going to jump in the car with 4 people from France that you don't even know or can communicate with and just get in their car? The answer is yes. We were kind of desperate. And here's the thing. We find that
desperate.
people.
I was desperate.
I was desperate. And the bus was an hour. So the bus was like in an hour and a half. It was an hour-long bus. We weren't going to get in until midnight. It was pitch dark. Like, we were getting into a house that we're not familiar with, in an area that we're not familiar with, getting off the random bus. Yep. Like, I was desperate. I was getting in the car with anybody who would give me a ride. Let's just be like super clear on this. But here's the 2 couples. They had just come. They're locals. They had just come from a trip to Scotland. They were showing us all of their Scotland pictures, and we had the wrong bus ticket, I think. Like, we still don't even know.
We had the right bus ticket.
Okay.
It was just that we had the wrong ticket for their bus. So that we had to
true.
get on the bus with them to go to a different destination. They were going someplace else. And so our ticket didn't work for that. So they actually paid for us to be on the bus with them so that we could ride with them. And then ultimately we hopped in their car and they took us to our house sit.
And so they had like a bus pass, and they used 2 of their bus tickets for the 2 of us. I tried to give them money because we were really grateful, and they said, no, it's our gift to you. So we had really broken English conversations. The other couple, like, we got in there, so the couple drove us right to our door. They helped us kind of get in our house. They made sure that we got in because we had to find a key to the gate. We had to find a key to the house. We finally got in. It took us maybe 10 minutes to find these like hidden things in the pitch dark. But it really, so our entire life really is based on trusting other people. We are trusting when we get to a house sit that this is going to be okay. If we're going to an Airbnb, we're trusting that it's going to be okay. Our life falls apart if we aren't trusting people. And sometimes people come through like in the most amazing ways. And these 2 couples, holy cow.
Yep. So thank you, British Airways. Thank you, strangers. We made it here.
Here's the funny thing is a couple of days ago, we're at the grocery store. So the couple, it was like a 20-minute drive to here. We're just in the grocery store parking lot. We've been here for maybe 5 days. We've been to the grocery store like 15 times, like so many times, like at least 3 times a day we go to some grocery store. We're in the parking lot of the grocery store. We see one of these men. So this is not like the smallest town in the world. Like, I mean, so this man, like, I think that's the man who helped us.
He was actually in the community to play some music for some strange event. So.
Hey, now we know people in Kroll. How cool is that?
Yeah, how cool is that?
But here we are. Anyway, we're at the house sit. It is fantastic. We're going to be doing more updates from here, but we wanted to share kind of getting here and how that was. Hopefully you give us a thumbs up. Like I said, this is a little bit rambling and a little crazy.
Yep. And so we are actually, part of the reason we're keeping it a little short today is that we don't know what the internet's going to be like, so it may take us 4 days to get the video upstream. So if this video is late, apologies. it took us a while to get it upstream.
Yeah, flexibility is a big one for traveling. So I will say before we get let's close off that I'm going to be showing some food pictures in the next couple videos. The food here is unbelievable.
Yep.
Number one, it is France. Number two, it is summertime in France. Summertime in France means the most phenomenal vegetables and fruits. Like not, I mean, of course the desserts are amazing, and I will be showing those as well. But the fruits and vegetables are so seasonal, and they have like an intense flavor that is not like, and they're affordable.
Yep.
Oh, like they're beautiful. So we're having a lot of really wonderful salads, and I can't wait to show you. It's like they're really like they obviously get me quite like worked up. So yeah, so our house sit though I think is going to be one of our favorites ever in 4 years of house sitting. So that's saying a lot because we've loved every one of them. But I think this one might end up being one of the like best ones yet. So we're excited to show this to you as the next few weeks unfold. We hope that you'll join us. Au revoir.
Au revoir.